Hi guys, Ryan here, another episode of Space Updates. Coming up on today's show, SpaceX outlines plans for an orbital test with Super Heavy and Starship. China lands on Mars, and Rocket Lab literally ran out of tools, failing to jump into orbit. Was doomed to fail with a name like that anyway. Let's do this.
Oh,
All right, then launch update. Starship SN15 has been moved to Launchpad B for a second flight test, but no TFR road closures scheduled just yet for that. We've got a Long March 4B, Hayang 2D on Wednesday the 19th at 10 past 5 a.m. in the morning here in the UK. And then we've got another Chinese rocket, Long March 7, launching Tianhu 2, I believe. Forgive me on that one. That's also launching on Wednesday the 19th at 6:30 on the evening. We also have another batch of Starlink satellites, once again on a used Falcon 9, only used once previously on this booster 1063. That one's launching on the 26th of May. Staying on the theme of SpaceX and Starship, SM15 is still sitting out there on Launchpad B. No signs of a second launch yet, as we previously mentioned there, as we record today. But hopefully, we'll see another amazing flight with SM15, possibly a higher altitude flight test with that one. Also, quite interestingly, SpaceX have revealed plans for Starship and Super Heavy's orbital test launch, penciled for the 20th of June. Now, let's start with the booster on this one. The booster is going to launch and most likely land out at sea. Like we saw with some of the very first Falcon 9 boosters prior to attempt to land on the drone ships. To lose 28 Raptor engines on that booster by landing in the sea in one launch, a little bit crazy, but there we go. It's all testing and research and development at the moment. Now, Starship, that won't be going to orbital for the very first time, so literally anything could go wrong with that. Whether it be getting up into orbit, coming back down from orbit with a heat shield, will the flaps work? Will it relight the engines after being in the depths of space for a little bit of time? But it's going to be orbiting around Earth, three-quarters of the way from Boca Chica round towards Hawaii, just 100 kilometers north of Hawaii, re-enter, and again land in the sea. But it'd be quite interesting how they recover these ones because they are extremely big in comparison to the Falcon 9 booster rockets. The Falcon 9 boosters are around about 3 meters wide and about 7 meters high within reason. But the booster and Starship 9 meters wide, so literally three times wider. But luckily with Starship, I'm predicting it might belly flop in the water and they might just tug it along from the nose along the water. You never know, they might like those Raptors engines up for a little scoot across the sea. You never know, but there's loads of information up online at the moment. I'll share that over on Twitter for you if you guys follow me over on there. It's just at the Space Update over on Twitter. If you want to follow me for recent updates on this. But riding the wave of success from Starship, we jump into the wave of success with China. And China has successfully become the second nation to place a rover on the surface of Mars. And Zhurong, I believe, the rover, forgive me on that one, I'm not very good at pronouncing it, deployed from Taiwan-1 satellite that's been orbiting Mars for a little while by China, and successfully and fully landed using the chute and powered descent methods, similar to NASA's Curiosity and Perseverance rovers. At the moment, we're still waiting on visual confirmation of their rover, but do see and hear very little from the Chinese government-run space agency. But hopefully, we'll see footage from that very soon, and it's just a massive success for China, being the second nation to land on Mars. So massive, massive success to them, and can't wait to see the pictures and videos and all the amazing experiments to be done on Mars with that rover. Now, Rocket Lab at the weekend on the 15th of May, Rocket Lab launched their newly improved Electron rocket, boasting new upgrades for the booster recovery. This mission was aptly named Running Out of Tours, and this was Rocket Lab's 20th Electron launch. The mission was scheduled to deploy two Earth observation satellites for Blacksky's global monitoring constellation, but Electron experienced an anomaly shortly before stage two ignition, resulting in the loss of the mission, unfortunately. Previous mission to loss was Launch 13. A bit unlucky with Launch 13 and running out of tours. Two very unfortunate names. Did have my doubts when I heard the name, so it unfortunately came true on that one. Now, although very unfortunate with the loss of the Electron stage, Rocket Lab can take this and develop the system to be even better. From the footage, we can't see too much other than the engine attempting to relight, then the live feed goes down, but I'm sure back very soon with another successful launch. Now, for those of you still listening right now, thank you. You're getting a hidden Easter egg right here. Coming up next week, we're chatting with UK launch provider Skyroara, returning on the show again. And in the coming weeks, we'll be welcoming back NASA on the show right here at the Space Update. This time around, we'll be chatting with the team specifically in charge of the integration and checkout of NASA's mighty SLS rocket prior to launch. So a very, very exciting one, that one. Special guest coming back on the show and welcoming NASA back on the show again. It's absolutely amazing. So can't wait for that. And for those of you who stuck around at the end of the show, comment down below. If you'd like to support what we do, head over to patreon.com/total space. Like our newest Patreons this month, Michael Mars and Ryan McDonald. Thanks, guys, for supporting us. You can get early access to episodes, chat with special guests like Skyroara and NASA coming up. Join our Discord community and lots of other exclusive content. That's patreon.com/total space. And as always, like and subscribe here on YouTube and Odyssey. That's all for this week's episode. I'm Ryan. This is the Space Update. Catch you next week.